Well, here's the new setup. Pretty cool because I have a dock, and in daylight today it's nice to just leave that open, have some fresh air coming in. Cloudy out today. So the way I have this set up, I just have like my incoming stuff here by the dock, incoming scrap and product for resale, stuff to be processed here. Some shelves with things that need to be gone through, tested and cleaned. My bike here, workbench, cleaning, testing, and repair area here. Got my toolbox, all my parts, cleaning products. This is my little test setup. I have this switcher down here, this Extron switcher here is a lifesaver. I got this with a lot of stuff that I bought, and I decided to keep it for myself for my test bench, but basically everything goes into this, and then whatever I pick from here gets displayed on this screen, and the audio comes out of this speaker, these speakers, rather. I got a little audio mixer here for testing pro audio gear and microphones, VCR for testing videotapes, and also for plugging in like older consoles that need to plug into like channel 3 on a RF tuner. DVD player for testing DVDs, and for S-video output for driving S-video to test any screens that have S-video in. Just a generic VGA monitor here, so this will like convert anything that comes in to VGA output, and it'll come in on this screen. And then I have a little Optimus cheapo stereo here that I found on the side of the road. Works fine, works great for testing cassettes and CDs. Can also test CDs in the DVD player if I want. Radio if I want to listen to the radio, and just an amplifier for whatever comes through the Extron. And I got these little Optimus Radio Shack speakers hooked up to that. They're not very powerful, but they get the job done fine for testing. They don't take a lot of space on my bench, which is why I like them. Bunch of Commodores here need to go through. These I'm getting ready to test and repair as needed. I think, like I said, this is stuff that pretty much all needs to be tested here. And I got like some boxes here for shipping. Here's my little shipping area, my scale. Bubble wrap, packing paper down there. See that? Tubs and a box full of packing paper. Got a tote full of packing tape here and some extra tape guns. More boxes. Some inventory storage up here. And then this is all the rest of my inventory in these totes. And on that shelf up there. This is my little work area here with my PC. Extra HDMI monitor. A Brother laser printer. And then this is my little photography area. I got all my sales from this weekend here. I thought since I was doing this, go ahead and make an eBay sales video. This is all like my small priority mail stuff, boxes, padded envelopes, eBay padded envelopes, Amazon padded envelopes that I've gotten out of dumpsters for Amazon sales. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the way I got it set up, stuff comes in, kind of goes in order here, comes in, gets processed, repaired, cleaned, whatever. Comes over here, photos get taken, they get inventoried, put in a tote or on a shelf, and then they get shipped out. So yeah, that's kind of my workflow here. There is a little bit of extra storage over here if I need it. This utility room. And then got the beginnings of like a little kitchenette going on here. Microwave. A couple of shelves. Probably get a refrigerator at some point. And there's going to be another shelf that goes here for extra inventory storage. I've only got about probably 80% of the stuff over here. I still got a bunch of stuff at my house. I got a couple piles of vintage computer stuff that need to be listed, clean tested and listed. And what else? Yeah, a big shelf that's going to go in the kitchen over there. A couple other little odds and ends, but I'd say I got about 80% of the stuff here. I wasn't going to make this video until I got everything completely set up, but it kind of felt like making an eBay sales video today and maybe get some more footage of some trash picking later today. So as far as eBay sales, I sold a couple of things Friday morning that I shipped out already. One was some Windows 98 software, vintage operating system software with the manual, sold for $40, and after cost of goods, shipping and fees, made a profit of $30 on that. And then another thing I sold was GEOS 2.0 operating system for Commodore 64 computers. $30 sale after shipping and fees and cost of goods, made a profit of $16 on that. And then the next thing that sold Friday afternoon was this IBM font ball from a Selectric typewriter that I parted out. That sold for $9. Cost of goods on that was free. Shipping was $4, fees of $1, PayPal and eBay fees $1, and my profit on that was $4. Next thing that sold was this Emily Way undated weekly refill that I got out of the Office Depot dumpster in one of my other videos. I got a bunch of these Emily Way brand like daytimer refills, and they've been selling pretty consistently, so that was a nice score there. Total profit on that was $6, sold for $11 after shipping and fees, made a profit of $6. Next thing that sold was this Commodore 64 Magic Desk 1 cartridge. I have about $1 into this for my best estimation. Sold for $15, free shipping. After shipping and fees, made a profit of $4 on that. This DBX EQ I bought with a bunch of other stuff. I paid $40 for this. I probably wouldn't have bought this if it wasn't with a bunch of other stuff that I wanted. But I did still make a little bit of money. I made $14 on this. It sold for $80, free shipping after shipping and fees, and cost of goods sold, made a profit of $14 on that. This Vera Pelle, if I'm pronouncing that right, it's made in Italy, leather handbag sold. There are like some scuffs and scratches on this. It was pretty well documented in the photos and the description, so hopefully the buyer will be happy with that. That sold for $19, and that was curbside trash find, if I recall correctly. After shipping and fees, total profit on that was $6. This PlayStation I found in a dumpster about 100 yards away from here, and that sold for $38. After shipping and fees, made a profit of $15, and yeah, it works perfectly. I did have to clean the lens, but after that, it worked great. So that included this GameStop controller that I had laying around that I just threw in with it, and memory card, AV cable, and power cable. So cool little score there. Next thing that sold is the software, Commodore 128 software, GEOS 128 version 2.0. That was a nice sale. Sold for $75, free shipping. Cost of goods on that, my best guess was about $2. That was with a lot of Commodore stuff that I got really cheap. It's going to ship for about $9, $8-9, something like that. Flat rate priority mail. Fees on that come to $10, so total profit on that guy is about $54. Next, I sold this toggle switch. This came with a huge lot of stuff that I bought, like all those vintage computers and old like electronic parts that I bought in Chicago over the wintertime. Guessing I got about $1 into that tops. That sold for $10, free shipping, and after shipping and fees, profit of $5. Next thing that sold was this Mach 5 utility cartridge for Commodore 64 with the box, manual, and disc. Sold for $30, free shipping. After cost of goods, shipping, and fees, made a profit of $17. And then the last thing that I sold was actually Saturday night, because I had all these sales Friday and Saturday, and then I didn't have one sale yesterday, Sunday, which was odd. But yeah, the last thing that sold Saturday night was, I had these up in two separate lots. It's two empty shells each, 2 4 switches and 2 6 switches, Atari 2600s. And the same guy bought them all for, so his total order came to $56. Cost of goods on that, again, no, these were bought with like Atari lots. These were all consoles that I either couldn't fix or decided to part out, or like the boards were like physically damaged or whatever for whatever reason, and ended up with these empty shells. I still kept a few for my own purposes over there, but I didn't need that many. I ended up with quite a few of them over the years, over the past 10 years, and yeah, I had to get rid of some of them. So somebody bought them all for $56. It's going to be at least 20 bucks to ship these, I think. I wish I would have put FedEx on them, but they're going to have to go priority mail to the East Coast. So I'm probably only looking at a profit of about 11 bucks on that. So including the sales from Friday morning, my total sales for the weekend were gross with free shipping and everything was $413. Total cost of goods $67. Shipping was $109. eBay and PayPal fees $54. Total profit left in my pocket of $182. So pretty good solid weekend there. So right now I'm going to get this stuff packed up and take this to the post office, and then later on I'm going to go curbside trash picking in my car. So that should be a little different for this channel. I haven't made a video doing that yet. Look, I got some fluorescent light fixtures here. Ballasts are still in there. Got these air vent covers too. I have been grabbing steel again. For one thing, I have a bunch of computer cases that I need to take in, like probably Wednesday. So I might as well just fortify that. And the other thing is I have the space to deal with it now, so why not? We got a young scavenger here, got himself a chair. Competition, not really competition, because these guys aren't looking for eBay stuff. They're just looking for scrap steel. Find stuff that they leave all the time. Got some more steel, some kind of steel pans in those boxes back there. Light fixtures or pans or something, I couldn't tell what they were. Looked like there was a bit of rust on it, so I think they were steel. Around with my door open. So far nothing but tin, nothing but shreddables. Been doing this for probably not even 10 minutes. This guy's been throwing away a lot of stuff lately. Oh, I got a bunch of fan blades and motors. Some scrap steel. A little bit so I got the door open. Just past my competitor. I want to go the opposite way, whatever way he goes. I need to go to the right. Go to this next little neighborhood. Hopefully he's going to take a left now. He's going right too. Wonder he's got the same route I do. Oh good, he's turning up there. Cool. Yeah, he waved at me. Friendly competition, gotta love it. I don't look like a scrapper really, probably in this car. It's like an old SUV. I don't know, maybe. I do have my yellow vest and my gloves on. I just grabbed a couple pieces of brass out of that garbage can there. I saw those cabinets, so I thought I'd investigate a little further, and yeah, flip the lid on that can, and there are a couple nice chunks of brass in there, plumbing brass. That's what I got in about 20 minutes. Some motors, some steel, and some brass. This is neighborhood number 2. There's usually 3, 4 I like to do when I'm in the car. Well, on the bicycle, there's like 2 neighborhoods that I like to focus on. Laundry basket. That's like kind of like a tote. That might be good for scrap. I actually take that tote. Got some more shreddies here, I think. Undoubtedly steel. It looks like brass. Never know though. Shreddable steel in there, so it's supposed to be in that kind of recycling container. There's a really cool house. I think it's on this one. Let's see if I can get some footage of it. Oh yeah, check that out. Right too far away from the camera to see. There's like this really cool, like Asian style house. Come on, give me something. Give me some computers. There's some scrap steel, some sort of golf club or something. Might be something else interesting in there. Of totes. Pretty good on totes right now. Coax. This copper though. Got big thick copper shielding in there. That'll go as number 2 wire. No problem. And a driver, well used. Good wire score. Take it. Neighborhood number 3. Definitely getting a late start on this today. It's 7:15 almost. That doesn't really mean anything because people will sort of put trash out all night, you know, so there could have been 20 guys through here, but people are still putting stuff out. I'm gonna look in this can just because I know this house has been throwing a ton of good stuff away lately. Yeah, it was totally worth stopping. I got a socket wrench set, some aluminum, and some shreddable steel. I just grabbed a plastic pole out of the garbage almost. Looks like we got a bunch of stuff here. A nice metal toolbox. Crock pot. Propane tank I can't do anything with. Oh, it's a helium tank. Grab this shreddy here. hard to keep my door open sometimes. Just wants to swing shut everything. It's like a full sealed thing of water. These are sealed waters. I'm going to take them. Looks like some pans. Maybe a game of some sort. Kind of electronic game. Some pans. These are probably aluminum. And then I'm gonna cut the cord off that crock pot and move on. This road or the next road is where I had my best trash picking score ever. Is it this road? No, it's the next one over. Anyway, it was a huge treasure trove of vintage Scientology documents and books. Massive amount of stuff, probably 15 banker's boxes full of documents and books by this guy who died, who lived there, and he was one of the original Scientologists from the 1950s. He was friends with L. Ron Hubbard and attended all the early Scientology conferences in New York. And I sold all of his notes and books and letters, correspondence to and from L. Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard signed stuff, all kinds of rarities. Ended up making about over $3,000, probably $3,200, something like that on that score, profit. It was a truly amazing find. Right down this street, Heidi Court. The guy's name was George Seidler, or Seidler, if you want to look him up. There's a little bit of information about him on the internet. I don't endorse Scientology in any way, shape, or form, but it is something, it is a topic that I was really interested in years ago. I actually read quite a bit of stuff about Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard is a fascinating character. So when I found that stuff, I knew right away what I had. That taught me the value of independent research and independent study. If there's a subject you're interested in, you should pursue it, because you never know when it's going to come in handy. And that weird specialized knowledge and Scientology that I had developed came in really handy when I was selling that stuff, researching and selling those items. If I didn't know as much about Scientology as I did, it would have been a lot harder to understand what I was dealing with. Because a lot of the pamphlets and books that I had were books that had been superseded by by Modern Writings, and they're basically unavailable. They're not available on the internet, and they're really, really hard to find if you want physical copies of that stuff. The most valuable things in there were the Elron signed stuff, the correspondence, and the signed books. But some other items of pretty high value were his handwritten notes from the original conferences in New York City. Really interesting stuff. That's what I love about this job. Just find the coolest random stuff. Stuff that you would never find in a thrift store. You would never ever find stuff like that in a thrift store. That's just the kind of stuff that people have, that one person has, and he dies, the family throws it out. Nobody donates personal notes to a thrift store. You know what I mean? Personal correspondence, that doesn't get donated to a thrift store. Even if it does have massive value. Oh, we got another scavenger over here. Guy in a car. Probably just a local. What did he grab that I missed? I wonder. Wonder what he grabbed. Wonder what he grabbed. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. It's a nice car. Sob. Trash pile up here. I saw this when I was coming in. It's like just a bunch of carpet and stuff. Have a quick look. A little piece of steel there. It might be brass. I don't think so though. Video games, just a box. Some garbage bags, I can use those. More video games. Some Nintendo manuals, take those for sure. 3DS box. Boxing manuals. People do buy empty Nintendo boxes. Not a ton of money in them, but a little pool triangle thing. Looks like it's got some damage. I'll grab it. Just that one joint's becoming unglued just a little bit. Anything else interesting in here? Screwdriver or something? All kinds of weird stuff in here. Mouse piece. Shreddy bit. One of my competitors right there. Flag or whatever this thing is. Power strut. Some more wire. guy. Okay. Ooh, we got another clean out here. Let's check this out. Wow. A lot of stuff. Okay, grabbed a few things there. A few really nice looking pairs of shoes. Really clean Nike hoodie. Some walls, overall like winter wear cover up overall things. This plush, which I don't know, looks kind of vintagey and fairly clean. Have to look that up, but I had a good feeling about it. And a little bit of scrap, and yes, there were hula hoops there. Everyone's throwing out their hula hoops today. No golf clubs though. I would have been freaking if I found those two things together 3 times in a row. I'm losing light here very rapidly. Definitely the score of the day. This is the deluxe edition of Star Wars The Bounty Hunter Code book. And these go for $60 to $80 on eBay. So pretty cool score there. That was I said it was an electronic game of some sort when I grabbed it, I thought. But yeah, it's this like kind of elaborate case deal for this book, and there's some other items in there. Little bonus items. So cool score there. So that in itself is like a pickup truck and probably a trailer full of scrap metal if I get $80 for it. This metal toolbox be a $10 to $20 profit at the end of the day. That socket wrench set, that ratchet wrench socket set that I got was pretty much just a garbage set, but I'm going to keep some of the sockets for myself. There were a couple of vintage made in the USA items thrown in there though that I noticed. There's this Craftsman 13mm socket. Those go for about $10 on eBay, but this one's kind of rusty, so probably like a $5 item there. I'll probably throw that in with some other tools and stuff in a lot. And then there's this Mac swivel 9/16, and that is like a $10 item right there. These wooden pool cues, I think this is like a handmade custom deal, so not really sure. The prices kind of vary on these guys, but this seems like kind of an older one, and it's got dovetail joints on it and stuff. It is sort of starting to come separated there, and there's like some, I guess that's just glue stains there. And I thought I'd just throw it up on eBay for $20. Maybe like $30 free shipping, something like that. $25 free shipping, see what happens. End up making like $10-15 on it at the end of the day. This particular 3DS box, there's a bunch of different ones. They go for about $20 free shipping, I want to say, something like that. So probably make $10 on this. So 10, 10, 20, 60 to 80. So, probably around $100 worth of profit there, just those items. And then, I don't know, maybe $5-10 scrap metal, something like that. I don't know how much wire. I really didn't get much wire, so it's just like a bunch of shreddables, and then these little ceiling fan things I'll take off. Those go with zinc alloy or something like that. I got a bucket full of those over there. A bunch of motors though, and that wire, so yeah, not bad for a little 2-hour excursion.